Welcome back, my spooky friends, and welcome to SSS, where I tell you scary stories while doing special effects makeup. A few years ago, there was a wealthy couple who had two young children, a boy and a girl. The family lived in a large house in Newport Beach, California. After talking and taking care of their kids all week, the mother and father decided they needed a break. So they booked a table for dinner at a nice restaurant. That evening, they called a teenage girl they knew to arrange for her to come over to babysit their children while they were out. The babysitter arrived. The parent told her to fix supper for the kids and put them to bed. After, you can watch the children in our room, and you can eat anything from the fridge, the father said. And if you wouldn't mind, could you make sure that the kids are okay, seeing as they've recently had nightmares? So if you hear them crying, you can go in and check on them. The babysitter happily agreed, and the parents left for their dinner date. The girl gave the children some milk and cookies and unsheared them upstairs. She started to read them a bedtime story, and before long the boy and girl were fast asleep. After tucking them in, she switched off the lights and went to watch TV. When the babysitter walked into the parents' bedroom and sat down, she noticed that there was a creepy-looking clown statue standing in the corner of the room. She tried to ignore it, but it looked so eerie and disturbing that it sent chills down her spine. She felt as though its eyes were staring straight at her while she watched TV. As time passed, the babysitter started to feel more and more uneasy about the clown statue. Whenever she glanced at it, she got the unsettling feeling that it had moved ever so slightly. Finally, the clown statue began to freak her out so much she couldn't handle it any longer. She decided to go upstairs and phone the parents. When she dialed the number they had left for her, the mother answered. "Hi, it's me," said the babysitter. "Everything's fine. The kids are fast asleep in bed, but I was just wondering, would it be okay if I watched TV downstairs?" "Of course," replied the father. "But why not?" "I know it's silly," laughed the girl, "but the clown statue really creeps me out." "The clown statue?" asked the father. "Yeah, the statue in your bedroom," the girl replied. The phone went silent for a moment. "Listen to me very carefully," said the father. "Take the children and get out of the house. We will call the police. Go, now." "What's wrong?" asked the girl. The father gulped and replied, "We do not have a clown statue." For a second, the babysitter just stood there stunned. Then she dropped the phone and raced upstairs, grabbed the children, carrying one under each arm. She raced down the stairs again and fled onto the street. Huddled on the sidewalk, comforting the two children, the babysitter looked up at the bedroom window and saw something that made her scream out in horror. Peeking through the gap of the curtains was the white, painted face of a clown. It just stared at her for a moment, then sank back into the darkness. Within minutes, the police arrived cautiously, entering the house. In the upstairs bedroom, they found a man dressed in a clown suit. When they arrested him, they found a knife concealed in his costume. The clown turned out to be a mentally disturbed small person who was convicted of murder and was a cold-blooded killer. The evil man had been stalking the family for months, lurking in their attic during the daytime, coming out and sneaking around the house at night. For weeks, the children had been complaining about a clown statue that stood in their room and watched them sleep, but the parents dismissed it as nightmares.